Shalom. I'd like to say all praises due unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, of whom I learned this truth, and peace and blessings to the hopeful members of the elect. Today is just a quick video, short video, just about the climate that we're in. We're in a serious climate, but what's going on right now? We're seeing the end of the world of the wicked, of Esau, and these other nations, and the Lord he's coming back for his kingdom, man. And that's pretty much it, man. It's all about the Lord and his elect, and of whom I hope to be, and you hopeful members of the elect. This is just Psalms 2:1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing, right? So let's look at the word rage, because they're imagining a vain thing as to oppress and to destroy us as a people, all right? Because we're already destroyed, and But so now let's look at the word rage in the Hebrew, ragas, which means to be in tumult or commotion, to conspire, plot. And these are what these nations are doing. They're plotting against his people. Psalms 83, it talks about that the confederation. It talks about the confederate of the different nations that's made a agreement against the children of Israel. All right, because we don't have no we don't have nobody like to stand up for us as a people in the United Nations. We're subject. It says the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder, right? And the anointed is Yahushai, and the hopeful members of the elect, saying, and the Israelites as a people, man. All right, because because these other nations and Esau, like Esau, he messed us up, man. From 1453 during the Ottoman Empire, when we fell, during the Roman, or not the Slovakia, during the Spanish and the Portuguese that persecution, that we were exiled. Some of us were hanged at the stake, were slaughtered. So a lot of our people fled. Some of our people went into Europe. Some of our people actually went to different lands. Some of them came to the Americas. All right. And like we've been catching nothing but hell, man, from from our twin brother Esau, other one, Edom, right? So it says and rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. Now let's look at cords. Their cords, and just in the Hebrew, the cord, a rope. So the Hebrew rope, their cords, which would be imaf, cord, rope, a cordage, foliage, interwoven foliage. And that's what they're doing, right? Because they want to ultimately, they want to tag everybody, but the main people who they want to tag is the Israelites, right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? Because you calling yourself a Negro or Latino or Native American, all those are bywords that were given to us by the oppressor. Yea, it says, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cord from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. So yeah, the Lord's having, because ultimately this is the Most High show, man, and this nuclear weapons and all this technology and all these weapons that they have, all of these were created, from the Lord, right? Because Psalm 17, it says that the wicked is the sword of the Lord on the left hand side. Um, I'm just gonna, yeah, but Psalm 17:1, it says the wicked is like the sword, basically of the Lord on the left hand side, right? So all right, so Esau's doing his thing on the left, and we're doing our thing on the right, man. It says he that sitteth in the heaven shall laugh, the Lord shall have him in derision, right? Yeah, so the Father, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, like they're laughing, man, because right now they're coming to an end, man, and right now, this is a time for us to be cheerful and hopeful, because right now we have nothing to lose. I know myself, I took a lot of losses for the past couple of years or whatever. I've been through a lot of trials and errors, so I feel like I could handle it, and I know you hopeful members elect could handle this shit, because where this shit's all a joke, man. And and we need that savior, because right now, the earth's polluted, the woman's is all polluted, everything, the fruit, everything is just backwards, man. So we need a savior, man. We need a reset, man. Ultimately, it says, "Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yea, have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion." Alright, Zion means monument, okay? Look at where I'm just gonna show you. Alright, so we're the monument, or like we're the monument of the Israelites, the 12 tribes from Judah, all the way down to Issachar, right? You so-called Latinos, man. Like we're the monument, and the Lord's looking for his elect. That's it. Zion, a parched place, another name. It's another name for Jerusalem, especially the prophetic books, right? Yes, basically, yes. I mean, Tazai one, Tazai Tazaya one, which means signpost, monument, a marketplace. Yep, and that's what we're doing right now, cause you know, since Abba Bivens, cause he was, he's the one who basically, because before he was a part of the commandment keepers in Harlem, all right, but they were only going into the Old Testament, but he separated himself and he went into the New Testament, and he got a lot of revelation. Then Abba Bivens, or not Abba Bivens, Apostle Arya, his father, and then his son, Apostle Arya, because he became in this thing, like when he was like probably 4 or 5 years old, and like still, and he's the one that who brought out the sign as to who Judah was, Issachar, like he's the one that brought out that information, was Apostle Arya, so Arya is gonna come back into in his full state of mind, because I'm not gonna go into it, but I feel like he's gonna come back, right? So it says, I will declare the decree, the Lord hath said unto me, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I will give thee the heathen for thy inheritance. And this is what the Father was saying to the Son, which is Yahweh Shai, right? So we're gonna be a part of that inheritance too, and we're gonna be rulers, into all these lands right now. Because right now, if you want to travel, you have to go on the. If you want to travel, like you have to go buy a passport and all this shit. Now it's even it's more challenging now, because here in Canada, like they want you to be basically to be vaccinated, I was gonna say the V, but I just said max, you know, like to travel. So now it's like, you know, so it's like you're held hostage here, man. So with that, we're gonna be sovereign, man, and we're gonna be able to free and travel anywhere, and we're gonna be subject unto them, like you know, because our Slakia, it says that we're gonna be subject unto them, or rulers over them, man, and they're gonna be subject unto us. All right. Ask of me this day. It said, ask of me, I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Right? So even there, you know, there's some places that I want to really go, man. I want to go back to Europe. Like I like to go Spain, again, Portugal, Denmark, all those different spots, you know. Even some Africa, all those places, you know. Even though a lot of our people down there, like West Africa, also our people's down there too in Uganda, Kenya, a lot of our people, right, that's mingled amongst the Hamites down there. So serious, man. So this is a amazing time that we're in. I think it's Isaiah 11. Let me see if I found that. Yeah, because we're in these times, man. That prophecy is being fulfilled. And we get Isaiah 11 and verse 10. In that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign for the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, right? And the root of Jesse, the house of David, right? You know, that came out of that, you know, because the Lord, Yahweh Shai, he came out of that root, a root of Jesse, right? Which shall stand for the ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, right? So the Israelite foreigners. Let me just see. I don't want to. The Gentiles, Goya, Gentiles, are usually a non-Hebrew people, a descendant of Abraham of Israel, right? So like, you know, that's what's talking about. Goya, which means you know, it means a Gentile, but in referring to the Israelites that's scattered in throughout these different lands of the earth right now. Cause we're scattered, and that's why they call it a diaspora, right? And his rest shall be glorious, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set in his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria. All right, our people are down there in Syria, like Iraq region. You know, our people's down there. Egypt, people's down in Egypt. All right, from Pathros, I believe that's Asia Minor. You know, Cush, our people's down there among the Cushites. You know, the Israelites are scattered in the land of the Ham. Elam, our people are down in Elam. I believe there's like in India, there's a people called that called the cities, and there's a couple different nations of a couple different tribes of our people who scattered down there in the land of Elam. All right, and Shinar, which means like Iraq region, from Hamath, and the Isles of the Sea. Right, our people are down there. I was watching a documentary. There's a place called Madagascar. There's a whole bunch of Israelites that scattered down there, and they're catching nothing but hell down there, you know. And yeah, man, that's why I said diaspora, right? And think of James 1. I get it after, and say, he shall set up an ensign for the nation, and shall assemble the outcasts. Shall set up the ensign for the nation, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel. All right, so the Israelites, foreign, are the Israelites who's the hopeful members of the elect, who's gonna be saved, you know, from all these different lands, you know, where our people are scattered, man. This is going to be a glorious thing, man. And gather together the dispersed of Judah and from the four corners of the earth. The envy of Ephraim shall depart, right? And Ephraim is referring to the northern kingdom, right? Because the northern kingdom from 722 BC, they were they were into the Assyrian captivity. They were in bondage under Assyrian captivity, and then that's why it's Second Ezra's I believe 13. It talks about about them coming to the new earth or the new planet or the new like they're coming like into that land, right? Into the new into the, like a new land where no man have dwelt, right? In Second Ezra 13 verse I think 40 down, right? And you know, and you know, even right now, like this is supposed to be like the Gad, Reuben, you know, and all the you know, like all the 10 tribes that were scattered down there, man. In throughout America, Central America, you know, you know, like the Caribbean, you know, but Esau is inhabiting, especially America. America, like, you know, these people you know, like this, you know, like these people, you know, like these people slaughtered, you know, that they desecrated our land, right, our people's land, man, and that's why it says that for blood, it says that blood for blood defileth the land, and like therefore shall the land be like it has to be cleansed, right, because blood defileth the land. So you know, this land that we dwell is bloody land, man. And you know, this is the land of our ancestors where a lot of wars, a lot of massacres there was on this land. That's why a lot of things, a lot, you know, like that's why the Lord's coming back for wrath, man. Envy shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim, right? And even that's why like in certain parts, like I know on the West Coast, you know, there's a lot of you know, like rivalry with the Mexicans versus the blacks. A lot of them, they're into the gangs and the drugs or whatever, so it's dangerous. And then it's the same thing too, right? Like so, like you know, like that's why you know, like the Lord's gonna he's gonna breach back the like he's gonna breach back the like he's gonna breach back the branches of the nation, right, of our people, right? And but it says, yeah, highlight this lock, yeah. It says, but they shall be, it says, and they shall fly upon the shoulder of the Philistines. So these Hamites, remember the Hamites, they're very tall, man. The Hamites, man. It says, but they shall fly upon the shoulder of the Philistines toward the west, and they shall spoil them of the earth of the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom and upon Moab. So Edom is referring to so-called whites, all right, because you land, you know, because the land of Edom, you know, that was your land, all right. You know, this is south of Israel, the land of Israel, man. It's called Idumea, and then Moabites, which would be so-called Chinese, the children of Ammon, the so-called Japanese, and they shall obey them. That's why I think a couple of months ago I went to like a Japanese restaurant, man, and you know, and they were, you know, like they were very like courteous and stuff. They're bow down and stuff. And yeah, and like, and we're gonna have you in that state, man. Like you're gonna be, you know, if I wanna get a manicure, I just get my Chinese woman, you know, to manicure my damn toe. Yeah, that's it, man. Cause we're, you know, because we're nobles, man. You know, it's just that we're, you know, in like just that we had to go through the hell, you know, because we sinned against the Lord and against His Son. So you know, like that's why the Lord is punishing us. But you know, just the Most High is gonna give us that big picture, man. All right. So with that, let's say all praise is due unto Yahweh, Hashem Rashai, the honor to the apostle, the great millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole members of elect. Shalom.